Thank you.
So today, I think today is the third seating or what? Third seating, I think, no? It's the third
Third or
one.
fourth.
Oh,
Fourth.
Fourth.
So the
Yes.
first one we had 2 sessions, and then there was
Mm.
okay. Now, today's thing was, means actually we are going to discuss according to the topic. We have to uh, think and we have to discuss the, the famous statement of Holy Mother, Japat Siddhi. That is the uh, quotation, the famous instruction of Holy Mother, Japat Siddhi. Now, how far and how much how it really helps us for the mukti, etc. But we means of self-realization. Now, in spiritual context, all the words we use, these words, though we use several times, maybe since birth we're hearing these words, but these words are not the words of what is meant in the world. Suppose an apple, we can know what is apple. A bottle, we can know what is bottle. We have all seen, there is no doubt, we can communicate immediately. I say bottle, you also think a bottle. I describe it, you also think it, feel it. But these spiritual world, what Swami used to say, the spiritual universe, like we have a gross material universe, we really don't understand that universe also. We think I'm a body, we think it's my hand, my face, my cream, this, that, I am liking, disliking, it's my own body. It is so inherent, so much so uh, reflects behavior, which we even don't think that it cannot be other. It can be otherwise also. We even don't think. Now, that much of association we have, but the body, what we had 10 years back, is completely gone. It's a new body. Now, Swamiji elaborates very clearly. That body was in the soil of maybe Punjab, soil of Pakistan, or maybe soil of somewhere else. And think still we say, I am the constant one. I am so and so. So is it not a delusion? Do I recognize that I am lost, again I am gained? If I had been the body, then I definitely would have lost myself. Definitely. Suppose you have 4 jewelries in your almirah. Now it has been replaced by some other jewelries. You will definitely know, where is my jewelry? Where are my ones? It's not there. It's a different one. So I can immediately identify the moment it is gone. But I don't even understand it is gone. If you pluck my hair, I'll be shouting. But if the hair is getting replaced every 90 days, we have no problem. And the hair was there in some food. So this is the material universe. It is a flux of matter. And it is always in flux. If it is not in flux, will die. The body will drop off. And it is, I am taking billions of cells, which individually all are living. I say, I am living. What about the small cells? There are other cells, other bacteria, fungi, all these things are living. They are helping. So we kingdom of living materials, entities, cells. And still I call it I. So what I am intending to just clarify that we even don't understand the material world, whatever we say. We have almost no understanding. It is just our Rishis would say that it's like something like that. If animal would speak, we'll speak like this, what we speak. It's exactly animals. Same. Then you see, now many places we teach animals words, they speak, we communicate. We are so happy that we are almost near animals. And we don't know that actually we are animals. That's why in our Sanskrit, the people without any awareness of who they actually are called Jantu. Jantu now, we call in Bengali, Jantu means animals, clearly. Jantu jaisa. So, and Pashu also. in Sanskrit they call Pashu also. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunancha samamyametat pashubhir naranam. Dharmo hi eko kevalo visheshaha dharmena hina pashubhis samana. There is no difference. Whatever high theory you learn, how you words you learn, these are all faculties. A fish does not care for these babies. Majoritarily no. But an animal cares. The fish will praise, oh animal, you are a god. You are such a great, we don't do that, you are do, please give me that faculty. It is an animal faculty, it's a brain. We call mammalian brain. There are small brains, limbic brain. Then we call the lizard brain. Then comes the mammalian brain. Then comes, which is called hard brain. Then the cortical brain, what human have. And the neocortex, that is the latest thing which can understand. We have been given the circuitry to understand beyond things. That also we have been given it. Now this is Jada, this is a material universe. And Swamiji says there is another mental universe. We call it mind. Everybody says mind, man kharab. I am not good state of mind. I am not happy. I am unhappy. I am happy. I am this and that. Who is feeling happy, unhappy? If that is there in a wonderful food, if I am not taking that food, I am unhappy. If that is there, then always I'll be removing my all misery by taking that food. That happens in animals, but not in man. The more you develop, no, food is not. Man does not live by bread alone, we say like that. Now there is a mental universe like this Jada. It is in a flux. As I don't understand my body, was in land of Pakistan, land of West Bengal, one day, a few days back. Similarly, I don't know where from the mind is coming, it's a flux. Then there is Chitta. And then there is spirituality. These are a separate strata, or you can say spheres under a sphere, sphere inside a sphere is there. Swamiji wonderfully says, the Atman is, what is a Jiva Atman? What is a Jiva? It is the ocean of consciousness. There is a dot, that is Jiva, who has no circumference, infinite circumference. So there is a dot, and that is the Jiva. Means, now if it is infinite, what is the dot meaning?
The signal is frozen in my side. Is it with you guys also?
Yes, it is with us also, Prithvish.
Just
I
for
think,
yeah.
I think
Also,
Mohammed,
the image is not focused, Juma.
image is not focused.
Yeah, meaning we can't see Swamiji's face. It's
We can see others.
I
Others
don't know.
cannot.
We can see the face.
Sometimes goes away. I don't know, some net issues, whatever. Okay.
Some network problem here.
perhaps it's a network.
Now that is the spiritual universe Swamiji is speaking of. Like we see the material universe, there are universes. And how they are related, there's a different issue. We'll go later if necessary. Now, in this spiritual universe, there are spiritual rules. Like our rules in the material universe prevails, the gravitation and all. They were there, but they needed to be identified that this is that universe, etc. Now, spiritual rules are something which we don't see. Gravitation we can see. Even by seeing we don't understand. We did not understand for ages. Even after the discovery, we have just heard about it. We have not actually understood the force. But if something is there. Similarly, we have heard about some spiritual thing, but we even don't see them. That is the problem. Swamiji says very clearly that these rules and laws of the spiritual world were there will be there always. Now also it's acting fully. Now, to know about that law, like Newton gives us the gravitational pull, the concept, identification of the existing thing. So existing thing being identified in the spiritual realm is always done by another band of scientists. Those were Rishis. Swamiji says very clearly, as I take, say, the proof of Newton, proof of Einstein, proof of this and that, without any glitch, we take it. We take it because he's telling truth. We believe in him. We may examine him also, cross-examine whether he is true or not. Then ultimately, the people examined and cross-examined and found they are true. So later on, people also told them they are true. And later on, people did not even cross-examine. My father is an honest man. He told truth means it's true. See how things we actually take it for granted. How the truth we believe in. The procedure is very complex. You ask anybody, do you believe? I don't believe anything. I test. It's a scientific era. We scientifically dissect. Wonderful dissecting. We have all studied say, biology. There's a mitochondria, Golgi body. How many? Nobody has seen it. Maybe want to have seen in the fields. But still we know. Now we know the truths are discovered. What is the problem we don't believe? That there are false speaking guys. False knowledge. We are scared of false knowledge. Not that we don't want knowledge. We want knowledge. But we don't want false knowledge. But because of that, we should not remove the entire thing off. Everything is bad. That is another bad thing. Like it is said, while making a surgery on your boil in the face, a good surgeon will just cut the boil and out. But a bad surgeon will cut the head. Boil is also gone, the life also is gone. So that should not be our approach. That is a very careful approach. And the most of the cases, we have abandoned the different states of laws and truths of spiritual world because of these small, gross understanding of the falsity. You have to understand what is false, what is bad, what is pathology. Now, these rules are always told by people who are the scientists of that world. Now, Swamiji says it is Veda is the only basis. Believers of Veda only are called Sanatanis or Hindu. Why? Because Veda is only the place the core truth is written, like the laws of gravity. Now the later corroborations are, Smritis, all the Smritis, even Gita, Bhagavata, everything is the later one. This is called Smriti, and that is Shruti. Shruti, and there is another rule given by the Rishis only, that Shruti Smriter Virodhetu Shrutireva Gariyasi. If there is a fight, Smriti, something is written, and it does not fit with the word of the Shruti, then Smriti has to be discarded. Not everything is equally true. The core truth is that now, the beauty is, the scientist has given us tremendously rich spiritual and psycho-spiritual laws. And always, the law, when it is taught, it is given by demonstration. Means, suppose apple did not fall, then also gravitation was there. But we could never understand it. So, I must know gravitation is there. So, I must know the spiritual truth is there. So, again, Swami Saradanji says in the introduction, in the beginning of the Lila Prasanga, that how in India has become this land of spirituality. Because it has always been giving birth to the people who are experimenting and realizing these things. So, realizing the truth, which is corroborating with the Shruti Veda. So, Veda being re-corroborated by the feelings, the upalabdhis, the anubhavas, realization of the people, anybody. And it is not once, repeatedly, maybe 100 years later, 500 years, there is no connection of the people. So whenever they realize the same thing. But all who are there always in the world, they are not realizing always. Maybe one or two are realizing. To reconfirm the truth of the Vedas. And that's why Swamiji used to say, the Rishis are gone. You have to become Rishis because we have all the potential. He said, they all also were human beings. You are also the same. You also can become if you want to. If you want to. Now, next thing he says that our Rishis said that there should be a corroboration between two. Suppose there is Veda. Suppose anybody have not read Vedas in written form. If he goes to the truth to identify, he will identify the truth in the same way. Then he will see the same things written in the Veda. That is the way. It's not that you read and become, pre-programmed with the ideas and do. No, it is not that. There are also different examples. A lot of examples are there. So, with the instruction of Veda, without the instruction of Veda, the realizations and the relation all are corroborating with the truth said in the Veda. So that is a very, not only very difficult area of reconfirmation, also it's an extremely prolonged, time taking. You cannot just see, when we do a statistical, research on any statistical population, we have to take a significant population. We say this word, significant population. Now, this to become significant in the number of the Rishis, it is very difficult. The Rishis who have written, they also actually hid their names in the name of common name of Vyasa. There were many, but almost all were their Vyasas. Now, the next, what we find in history, maybe in the last 10,000 years, 12,000 years, the giant of spirituality, we got only few. And giants took the entire world for 3, 5, 7,000 years individually. And there are not that big, but realized souls who corroborated with the teachings of Veda. Maybe some, say 10,000. We know by history, not more than that. Now the history of 10,000 years, if you get 10,000 people, it's a very difficult. Then we see the influence. How it is influencing the people. Yes, they are all coming under it without question, following it without question. And then Swamiji says, they are removing the real part of the teachings. They take the person and fight on trifling things, and they say, fighting is happening because of religion. It's not because of religion. It's because of absolutely malicious and centering on the useless part of the religion. We fight and we find religion as if in trouble. It's not in trouble. So Swamiji has very clearly reconfirmed it was never the problem with the religions. It was the problem with the followers who, without understanding the real part, they went on squabbling with the unnecessary garbage things, and that is not necessary, and there will be a difference of opinion. And after all these things also, we still find the fundamental truth clear because of Vedas, because of somehow it is written. So now we are speaking of Japa. That is one procedure which is prevalent in most of the religion. Most of the religions. Even Buddhas, they don't believe in God, they also do. Buddhists. There is Tasbih in Muslims doing Japa, there is Japa in Christianity, in Zoroastrianism, everywhere. There is no contradiction actually. These things becoming gross and gross and gross to understand the subtle things. The more gross, we find similarities. Like that we fight with, on food. That is the grossest fight we can do. Then some ritual, we take this here, bindi here, this here. So these are all, we fight because we understand them. Other things we don't understand. So I think we fight and become religious. Next we do these things. Like Japa also. Achha, what type of rosary? Rudraksh, I have Chandana, I have this, I have that, Sphatika, they fight. Then some silver, some gold and some diamond, bead. All useless. So secondary. What for it was given, we forgot. Now my central point is, Japa is a very, very secret thing. That is the main point. It is sort of a connecting link between the absolutely unseen spiritual world with this activable, actively followable material world. As if, suppose counting rosary, it's a gross thing. Spelling a name, it's a gross thing. This much are gross. So people follow that. How much you have done japa, always doing japa with rosary going on, moving, then then muttering. Thakur is to mock it like anything. Like parrots we're doing. He says, parrot says Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then when cat comes and catches the tail, then Hare Krishna is gone. So meow, 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 cow, 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 it will do. So that means the name has not given any impact. So always remember that be due to some extra material impactuality it is made. There has to be an extra material, extra mental, spiritual understanding, feelings, anubhava. That is the purpose of this. See, it is so intricate. We are actually transmigrating from material universe to spiritual. We're connecting bridge. That is japa. Everybody can do that. If we clearly, some critically think about spiritual knowledge, and we all pose that we are great intellectuals. We can go out any reasoning and we can follow. We never do. Hardly. Actually, we can do reasoning, but reasoning is not following. There is a problem. That's why Swamiji said, spirituality is being and becoming. Reading and learning, it is never told. Rather, reading and learning is so, only reading and learning is so antagonistic to the spiritual thing. Sri Ramakrishna completely abandoned those things. I will never learn and read anything. To show that those things are not necessary at all. You may read, but being and becoming is the real spiritual life. Now, being means, ask any scientist who have discovered, say, particles, say, proton, there is space. Then you can burn yourself. Your body is only particles. Why don't you die? They are super conscious about their body. This thing. This is a word. They see the particle outside. My face, my nose, my eyes are only particles. How can particle reveal the secret of outside thing as particle? Because this is a particle I am seeing through. So there are some, absolutely undiscussed pollution in the scientific research. And we get some fruit. We make a fire, we get heat. We cut the surgery, we get out the tumors. Okay. In the language of matter, it's going on. But truth of the spiritual reality, of even the scientific conclusion, because all the same, truth is only one. We try to follow and go to the truth from there is another huge thing. What Swamiji has said in last 1,000 years, was waiting, whole civilization was waiting for this sentence. We go to the truth. There's a scientific truth, spiritual truth, prejudice, this, that. Swamiji said one excellent sentence. He said, we go from lower truth to higher truth. As if the entire universe had been waiting for this sentence to come. The moment I say it's a false, I deny, I decry, I torture, I defame, I look down upon. The entire universe of vicious and voraciously bad attitude is gone by one sentence. It was true, but lower truth. When I was a kid, I am going to go to the roof, so I have to go the staircase. Lower staircases are not roof, but without that you cannot get to the higher staircase. They are true. Suppose you go by climbing a bamboo, you don't use the staircase. Still, the lower staircases are always leading towards the higher roof. So, Swamiji has given us the tremendous thing, support to ourselves. When we fail in spiritual life, we think he has gone, the disease of comparison. He is better than me, blah, blah, blah. But I can become always confident. I am doing my part best. This is truth. Now, every step has to be very confirmed step, very, very solid. It shouldn't be something flimsy step. Truth, maybe there is so high truth, Maharaj, the Swamiji, the spiritual, we cannot reach, what we can do. No, that means you don't believe in your everyday steps. You don't believe in your reasoning. You don't believe in your practice. So, Swamiji has removed that by one simple sentence. Now, Japat Siddhi. What is Siddhi? Siddhir Bindati Manava. Siddhi word comes so many times. Mother definitely for her children has said the Siddhi means the final peace, the final emancipation. Now, we interchangeably say the final peace, the truth, the Paramatman, the God relation, all the same we say. But we don't understand how they are same. How is it the same thing? When Sri Ramakrishna was crying like a wild man for the darshana of Divine Mother, after darshana, what did he get? He got the immense peace. Come to the point. Which peace was not being attained by any other means. So, final peace means there is no further peace to be attained. That is why this is the way we explain always in Vedantas. Parama Shanti or Parama Prapti. Parama Brahma means which is the highest one, nothing beyond. Yaprapanakinchit kamayate. There is a lot of things sentence in Upanishads comes. Yadgatvana nivartante tadhama paramam. So the final means it is not really semi-final. It is final means nothing beyond is there. Now, have we ever imagined nothing beyond is there, something is there? Something we can obtain beyond which nothing is there. We'll always say something may be beyond because our thinking process is so gross. Why we think something beyond? Who thinks that something beyond is necessary? These things are absolutely untouched area. And that's why we don't have peace in this life, in gross life. Because how much paisa we have to accumulate, you don't know. Go on. For 400 crores. No, something more. Why? No. So we have not even judged in material life. So you have no question in judging in mental life. Why there is no peace of mind? Why there is insecurity? Why I have everything? Why I am insecure? We have never judged. What after all insecurity you want by that? What is the meaning of that? Again it comes in the spiritual world. The spiritual world is, as the name goes, it deals with the spiritual existence of us. It is not that somewhere the world is, I need not go, some Star Trek is going on, Harry Potter world. No. It is my world. Adhi Atmani, where I am really is. That is Adhyatma. Now I have to go there. Now, Japa. When you go to the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is very, very nice aphorisms, very small aphorisms. Sutra means, Sutra is something very different thing. I'm telling you what Sutra, simply we say Sutra. Anybody makes Sutra. It's not that easy to make a Sutra. Sutra, there is a Sutra on Sutra. What is a Sutra? Who is eligible to be called a Sutra? Every sentence is not a Sutra. It is called Salpaksharam Asandigdham Saravad Vishvatomukam. Anabadhanchat Sutra Gana Vishvatom. Something I'm missing the point. So, few is sufficient. Salpaksharam, it will be with smallest number of words. No further what can be taken away from it. So precise it should be. Asandigdham, no doubt. ये भी हो सकता है, this also, that also, it will not work out. Asandigdham. Saravat, it's not simply about telling anything in our poetry, no. It should be true, dealing with truth. Saravat, Vishvatomukham. It should be universal in character, not it is this in India, not in America, not in Ireland. It is not so. It is Vishvatomukham. Then another epithet is there, which actually means it need if you even question it, it will give the same thing repeatedly. It is so solid. That's why previously our Rishis, they used to say that even if you just take out one word or add another word in a sutra, that is considered to be the highest joy of a Rishi. So these are the sutras, and they have given these many sutras. Unbelievable. So there I'll start just one thing, some small thing I will tell. The sutra says exactly on Japa. We find in Patanjali Samadhipat, the 28th sutra. Here it says Tat Japa Tad Artha Bhavanam. That's much. Tad Japa Tad Artha Bhavanam. Previously, he says Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. Tasya means that Satyasya. That Satya, that unchangeable eternal truth. I am also that truth only. What I started with, an infinite circle with a center, that is Jiva. So in a big ocean, I say, this, I touch the water with a finger and say, this is me. So that is a particular water. But it has no, you cannot make out what is that. How much big? Entire ocean. So there are a lot of infinite dots can be identified, like infinite jivas. And the problem is the dot thinks I am this dot. That is the problem. And when the dot goes away, dot thinks I am dead. But dot will come and die. You see, jivas come and die. That comes wonderfully in the allegory, very, very conventional allegory of wave and the ocean or river. There are always waves. Now, who are the waves? Suppose there are one fat big wave and a small wave, two small waves, they're talking to each other. Now, if you take an instant slow motion picture, it has just grown up as a wave and they have not sat down. Now they're talking, hey, useless fellow, this small, array, this is big, bad. Now, all this dialogue we speak in the world, you can put in their mouth. It will fit. Exactly, it will fit. You quarrel, your love, your any relation. But all of them have forgot that the main basis of everybody is the ocean. And one day, nothing was there. See, it will all match with the world. One day was there, then nothing was there. Now I am big, small, tic tac, I'm going on. Now, one day, all the waves will subside in the ocean, in the river. Not a single drop of the waves will be wasted. They will be there in the river. But the name and form of the waves will go away. The form of the wave and the name, suppose A, B, C, Ram, Sham, Jadu, they will all disappear. Once they were not there, it appeared, talked to each other, went away. But Anande Dhyapi Kalbumani Bhutani Jayanti, Anande Jatani Jivanti, Anande Prayanti, Abhishambhishanti. Tat Brahma. So we all come from Ananda, we stay in the Ananda, and we go back. But when we think as I am a small wave, I don't get the Ananda of the river. Actually, I am the whole river. Can you find out the water? But when I thought that I am the wave, then the problem started. I am so happy in the beginning. But when it went small and small and going to die in the river, I am so unhappy. Why? Because I was happy with the small wave form. And that is not true. True, why not? Because it is another extremely strong logic comes. Once it was not there, it is there, again it will be not there. Now put it in a formula. formula is it really worth speaking a real thing which was not there once at a point of time, and will not be there at one point of time. So what is there in the middle part is an apparent thing. It is not true. Like the waves. What is actually wave? Nothing but water. And it was there, we say. We saw it. But can you find out the wave? To give me the wave. You can never transfer the wave. It's only a name and form. And if you want to give the wave, we'll give a handful of water. Even after the going of the waves, the water is there. Nothing wasted. Everything is there. So, this is small thing. So, our Mandukya, he says, Mandukya, Adavante chet nasti, Vartamanevi tattata. If something is not Adi and Anta, it is not there, then be sure in the present time also it is not there. It is apparent, it is appearing. So, really there and actually there and apparently there are two important things. Now, this apparent thing, how to make feel the wave that you are actually a river while it is a wave. It may happen, na? The wave will think, oh, I am wave, but actually I'm ocean only. And that wave also me only. As a water. That wave cannot think I'm a small wave. Then he will see others. When he says I'm the water, I'm everywhere. Then he has nothing to get, nothing to quarrel, nothing to aspire, because it is eternal. It is eternal. It was never created. Nobody can destroy it. It never ages. It's not destructible by any means, deformable by any means. So beyond time, that's all. These conceptions come. That is Tat Padartha, Tat Japa. So Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. So Vachaka, one word comes. That's a very crucial word. What is Vachakaha? That we'll discuss later on. Is Vak, what is Vak, and why Vachaka? Like that name and form, it goes always together. That is inseparable thing. And that is very, very difficult to understand. Vag and Artha. Tasya Vachaka means, suppose I call the Brahman as Omkar. Now the Omkar actually signifies the Brahman. Suppose I say apple. You will never think of banana or orange. It is absolutely apple. Everybody will think. Suppose I have seen only green apple. I will see green. So red apple I am not thinking. There is a problem. Experience based. But Omkara is not a name that we give. It is there. So that's why I'm telling you it's very difficult. Sri Ramakrishna says this anahata, actually it is not produced by any friction. It is produced by itself. So definitely we don't listen by this ear, because this ear listens sounds produced by friction, by force. So that sound is not listened by this ear. There is another ear, different things are there. So that tasya vachaka pranavaha. So Omkar, when I will say, it will give the meaning of Brahman, not a word Omkar. It will not do. So that is called Tadartha Bhavanam. Artha Bhavanam we have to do. Now we don't know anything of the spiritual world. How can I make the Artha? That's the question. Suppose I say Brahman, I have not seen Brahman like an apple I have seen. So how can I make Brahman? I can imagine Brahman. How can I do that? So if I don't know an apple, I have to go to the shop, a tree, I have to see the apple and see, experience. I have to do some work. Suppose I say, have you seen idiyappam cooked? People have never, maybe many don't know what is idiyappam. Suppose it's a Kerala food. So to know that, oh, I will go to Kerala and see. I have to go to Kerala and see some Kerala chef preparing that. So similarly, when I say Brahman, I have to go and see Brahman first. Then if I say Brahman, whom should I remember? So that's why it's a process. Tat Japa, Tad Artha Bhavanam. No, that Artha will not be manifest immediately. That will not be manifest. Then what to do? There comes the magic of spiritual world. Magic of the Rishis, magic of the spiritual scientists. They know in and out the chemistry of the body, the mind, the intellect, the prana, and the Atman. So they know how to relate it. How can we relate it? It is something like that. But Sri Ramakrishna says in his wonderful story, his smallest, beautiful stories. Small guy, small kid, they are playing with dolls. It is my husband, it is my child, it is my dog, I am making chutney. So small toys. All the child, they find them so real, they are so much attached. But now, if you say, I prepare payasam for your son and feed, yes, I prepared payasam, I have given, you have told, have you tasted? No, I have tasted. How? You will say like this. Means you will not eat. He also knows that though I have prepared payasa to my dear son, but that is not payasa at all. Neither that is my son. But I would like to have it my son, as my son. So the child has no experience of son or payasam something. But to have that, he has a tremendous desire and made an arrangement looking like sun, looking like payasam. And the deep inside, that boy knows, that this small child knows, it is not the true payasam. It is not the true child. Yeah. Now then, Sri Ramakrishna says, when that girl, small girl become big, she is given real marriage. And she gets a real husband, a real son. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, what was the toy so much dear to that girl? He binds the whole thing and put in the loft. She does not need that anymore because she has got the real one. But the association with the real one, what she's enjoying now, was developed with the toys, which were unreal. So same thing he has got. It's something like that. He says, when you get real God, you find these were right steps taken by you, but they were not God. But there is a difference. In Japa, generally we do Japa of mantra. Mantra. What is a mantra? Again, you come back. Mantra is to be seen by the, no, it is not just conjecture. Always remember, it's not a conjecture. Seen by, we have read many places, seeing the mantra in glowing light, etc., jyoti, etc. It reveals itself. But one way of explaining mantra is mananat trayate iti mantra. See, by manana, by tadartha bhavanam, by manana or tadartha bhavana, same thing, we get emancipated. Trayate. Trayate kasmat trayate. From which place it is giving you the trana? It is giving from the delusion of I am the wave. That trana is happening. So that is the wave, while in the form of wave, it understands I am not the wave. Actually, it will go. It's just an illusion. We call just given a name and form of wave. What it is, nobody can define. Actually, what it is, nobody can define. Because it does not exist anymore. It was not existent anymore. Water was there. There will be billion waves. And they will, after time, time, samaya, kala is one of the major factor, or we call the major, we define, when Maya we define, the kala comes in. Kala itself is a Maya. So it's said by Swami. The time itself is Maya. Actually, there is no time. Time means there is a separator, there is a discontinuator, or continuity is not at the same glance. So there are a lot of other things. I'm not going into details. So tadartha bhavanam. Now mother says one very, very different thing, which was there in Mantra Shastra. And it is said the mantra, if it is Siddha mantra, then it will give you Siddhi. It is not that some name, something we do. A power is conferred. These are actually spiritual truth. We don't understand much in material, from material intellect. We don't understand that. Like suppose I give him some rice to eat. So without boiling, if I give the rice, it may cause acidity or maldigestion also. If I boil it nicely, then I give some sweet and milk, become payasam, then I feed, it will be digested immediately. So I have given something inside the rice. Along with the making the nourishment from the rice, it is edible and digestible. And mantra, they say, the mantra shastra itself, there is said, the Siddha mantra is not at all a collection of words. Bhutashanj is to say, mantra has never to be grammatically or aesthetically correct. It is something mysterious. What is that? It is said, the mantra, the word is a living body of the Ishta. It is living, and living, it is a word body. We call a substance is living and word is separate thing. Somebody's name is separate. We don't find it living. Sometimes it is living to us if I even whisper somebody's name with the same name of him. He will immediately look back. So much sound is going on, but if I call by name, he will get up. So there is an association. This association happens. So similarly, this name becomes vibrant and living. And by tadartha bhavanam, that living name reveals itself. Now, mother says something very, 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 very strong and assuring in spiritual life. Because the japa conventionally should lead to dhyana and all these things, dharana, samadhi. Mother says, can you do japa always? Do japa at least. She said 10,000, or she said some maybe 20,000 or lakhs. She said, do it and see how. Let me see how it does not happen. She assured so many times. Even Raja Maharaj, while giving mantra, somebody doubted, it will not happen anything, what is the word, etc. Then Raja Maharaj said, do it 2 hours morning, evening each for 4 years. And if nothing happens, then come and slap on my face and go. This much he said. Holy Mother said, yes, yes. Another thing she used to say, well, I have given you the mantra, I have done everything. Now these are very mysterious words. Then if she has done everything, then another initiated son asked Holy Mother, if you have done everything at the time of initiation, I don't understand. You must understand. If I don't understand, then what will happen? Done and all these things. Then Mother said another tremendously, revolutionary statement. We don't find it in any other scripture. This is the more we dig Mother, the Mother reveals more and more splendorous way. So Mother said, given a different answer. Well, yes, you cannot understand. Mother understood that he does not understand. Realize the greatness of mantra and this mantra ucharana. Then Mother said, suppose this is a marvelous thing of Holy Mother. Only she has spoken in the whole history of bhakti. of India. We have never find this statement. She said, suppose you are sleeping in a cot and the entire cot is taken without disturbing your sleep to the place you want to go. When you get up from the sleep, you find I am there. I did not understand that I am going from Calcutta to Delhi. So I was in a cot. So the cot was lifted, taken to the aeroplane, and it was just brought to Delhi. And in Delhi, I got up. Oh, where I am? Where is Calcutta? This thing. No, you're in Delhi. So it is possible. So mother says something. This is also done. Without your knowledge, it can be fully done. And because it being absolutely mysterious, so instructions become the only key to open the room of the mystery. There cannot be anything added or subtracted. No improvisation is possible while following the mantra or uttering the mantra. That is called diksha. Even one said to Shivanandaji that somebody, in a mantra there is a Vija mantra and all these things, small things are there. They're very intricately mysterious things, powerful things. So somebody said that what Vija we are giving, they also know the Vijas and all these things. Then Shivanji said, they may know it, what is there? But what they don't know, that it is not the word or Bija we give. It is the power which is given from the powerful Guru. He gives the power, that only goes. And that comes from Sampradaya. Sri Ramakrishna gave to somebody, they gave to somebody, and by the instruction of Sri Ramakrishna it goes. It is not merely it goes like that. So the strict rule, that is called Sampradaya Vidya. We think Sampradaya means small, sectarian things, non-universal. No. Anything precious, suppose you want to keep the physics alive. If you destroy Newton, you throw away Einstein, then again you have to start from scratch. You may not do this. But we preserve the Sampradaya. So this is called Sampradaya Vidya. And Shankaracharya was so strong. He refuted the Gautama Muni. He says in his commentary, Asampradaya Vittu Murkhavat Parityajya. Who does not know this Sampradaya Vidya, he is such a fool that you can throw him about. He does not know the main mystery, main thing. Now, while this Japat Tadartha Bhavanam and Japat Siddhi, okay, we'll do Japa. Then, I will just say one small thing, because Japa in its traditional scriptural sense and mothers that we have touched, not discussed fully, touched. There is another thing why we cannot do Japa. That is a point we can discuss. What is the problem? So many people came with many problems, and mother was at the highest limit to console, highest limit. And in one place, one very old lady came while mother one is Kamarpukur. She was completely illiterate, old, cannot remember things, and so many things. But Holy Mother initiated her. Now she came and told that I cannot remember the mantra also. It was told, again she forgets. And she cannot do the mantra japa also. Then mother gave another alternative. Immediately mother gave. Mother showed her the picture of Sri Ramakrishna by pointing at. Then she said, look at him twice a day, that will do. See, mantra sharira is the sharira of Ishta. That is also sharira of Ishta, it's not picture. So everywhere there is something more to understand. What we have to do, we have to understand these things. When we remember these things while doing japa, they become fruitful. They become tadartha bhavanam. Then artha bhavanam happens. Otherwise, it becomes mechanical, it becomes useless, it becomes boring, and we don't find interest in it. Another point, our mind is very tricky. It is always playing game with us, producing doubts. Are kya hai? What is there? Nothing. Leave it. Are somebody is told. So mind is so restless, is always active to oppose me. These people don't understand. They think it's my ego. I am very intelligent. I have questioned it, and I thought it is very bad thing. I thought it's very useless, foolish thing to do Japa and all this hopeless stuff. They don't know that doubt giver mind is another entity in his body. Sri Ramakrishna, while doing sadhana, he got the vision of this Papa Purusha. He used to say Papa Purusha. He does all the opposites. Why? He could have gone and done Japa to see the ultimate what happens or not. No. First day itself will tell it's nothing, it's useless, boring, it is wasting of the time. All opposites. If you go and drink, if you go and have some ganja bath, you can go. There is no doubt. Mind will never say no, no, no. Whole guardian will say don't go there, will be addicted. Nothing doing, he will go. His mind will never stop. But whenever do some good, mind will start all this jugglery. So that's why Sri Ramakrishna says, while doing sadhana, he got darshana of one. He said, a person exactly like me came out of me. And see, it is looking exactly like him. It is he. But Sri Ramakrishna identified it is the Papa Purusha. It is not the real Purusha. You will find in Bhakti Sangita. The Papa Punya, Papa Purush. Then Duishvatine, like this expression comes. There is a bad and a good. Prabhritti, Nivritti. These are in the same body. We all of us have this. And Sri Ramakrishna, what he did, when that Papa Purusha he identified, he says, by a sharp instrument, I killed that Papa Purusha. It was he looking exactly like him. He says, Ekdom amar mato dekhte, exactly looking like me. It came out. So in higher sadhanas, people can get the vision of those things. So these Papa Purusha hinders us from doing Japa also. In Patanjali, I will just read this, very interesting. Just I will give the meaning of this thing. What are the major hindrances? Why don't we do Japa? Pehle to karo. Do it first. Then we'll know what is good or bad. How can you know otherwise? We know these things. But mind is so cunningly sharp, it will not allow us to see it. Time nahi hai. We have time for everything. So that also is there in a song. Shakalo kajer paima shamay, tumhare dakite pai. So I get a time for everything, but such a wonderful thing. I don't get time to call, talking big words on him. So there is something very bad problem. Something very bad thief is there inside. Otherwise it is not possible. We can't get time for seeing reels for 2 hours. We cannot see it and call we can look at the sky and imagine the stars for 1 hour. But we cannot call upon God. Typical, ajib cheez hai. There is some problem. So Patanjalikar says there are few. He says the obstacles. Sri Ramakrishna says the obstacle maker as the Papa Purusha. So what are those things? There are lists, these are exhaustive lists are there. Our Rishis have made this. This is another sutra. The sutra goes like this. Vyadhisthana samshaya pramada alasya avirati bhranti darshan analabdha bhumikatva anavasthitatva tattani chittaga vikshepa tehe antaraya. They are the vikshepa. They are the, who are they? Roga. If you are diseased, your mind will not go. See, they are very, very clear. Not blaming anybody. This is the thing. Then sthyan. Sthyana means mental inertia. He's sitting like that, blah, nothing doing, like a jada, sthana. But when you go for doing pizza, going for a biryani, no sthana. But here sthana starts. Peculiar. Then samshaya. You see, samshaya is taken very seriously in Shastra. Samshaya rakshasa nashamahastra. Samshayatma pranashyati. See, everywhere, samshaya, we think samshaya is a great virtue. Good. Proper doubt is a virtue. But unnecessarily negation is a disease. That's why samshaya rakshasa is a vyadhi actually. Samshaya. Then pramada. Pramada is false. Suppose you are meant to chant this mantra, something wrong you are doing. Sitting in a wrong way. Instead of doing where you're okay, now you're very restless, you suddenly start for japa. This is a pramada. Then alasya, I can do, but something. See, there are subtle things. The sthana is different from alasya. Sthana, inertia are like that. Stupefied, sort of. Alasya is laziness. I know I can do, still I am not doing. Alasya. Then avirati. Suppose I'm not alasya, I'm going there. But sitting itself, I'm thinking, oh, that biryani is there. Now the good cake was there in that thing. And I want to have that cloth, wonderful cloth. So whenever you're closing your eyes, all what you like is coming in your mind. So Vishaya Akarshana, there is no virati, avirati. Then Bhranti Darshana. Now this is another chapter. So many people comes with visions and so many things, Jyoti Darshana. I have seen Bhutashanji used to make wonderful, accurate identification and making little fun of the things that what you think is Darshana, that is not wrong. That is not right. Why? What is the insignia? How could you know that's right Darshana? They have their own way that will make permanent change, permanent happiness in you. Permanent change of yourself will happen. The permanent change of your vision will happen. That is Darshana. And that will be Dhruva. That will not be Adhruva. Then Analabdha Bhumikatva. Then you suppose somehow you attain with a tranquility and a Thakur or whatever God and its ideation, its connection with you. You find some for a small moment, then it's again gone. It's gone. Somehow you're going to get it again, gone, slipped off. That is Analabdha Bhumikatva and Anavastitani. Then again you try, you cannot go there. Another problem. Again you're trying. I tried yesterday, I could. You are not getting into it. Now, all these things is done by my identical looking Papa Purusha. And I think I am doing so. I am lazy, I will not do. And if Ahamkara is there, then gone. I am lazy, I will go on boosting. Yes, I will not do. What you can do? I will not do. I decide I will not do. So the Papa Purusha gets the predominance. And he says, I am telling I will not do. But actually he is an alsi. He is a lazy fellow. So all these are the impediments to attain, to perform japa. That's why Holy Mother is to say, with a very strong resolution, you have to do it. Mind is like that. It will always try to get comfort, try to shortcut things, try to get things done without any labor. Don't listen to that. My mother is to say, Rok kore korte hai, with a strong resolve. The resolve is very important. So if we do a little bit, then she said, if you get one step towards God, He will take 10 steps, 100 steps towards you. There is no limit. Not that everything I can cover by my own step. And there is another wonderful expression of this by Swamiji in his Ambastotram. It's a very nice expression. There he says, Dorbhyam vidhartumigoyami jagat vidhatrim. A small small child in his mother's lap, and it wants to catch mother. So small hands, nothing. That baby can never catch mother. But that baby extends those small hands to catch. And mother understands that fellow wants to catch me. The baby cannot catch by their own power. So that's why Dorbhyam, by these two hands, Dorbhyam, Vidhartumiva, as if I am going to catch you, O Divine Mother. Iva Yami, I am going as if to catch you. Whom? Jagat Vidhatri. He is not Vidhatri alone. She is a Jagat Vidhatri. And we cannot catch. But the mother understands that fellow wants to catch me. And she catches hold of the baby. And baby thinks I've caught the Divine Mother. So that is the thing. We have to give that try. Bhutashan used to say, these two hands you have to extend. You have to extend your Purushakara and Sharanagati. Two hands. You have to extend. Then Holy Mother will understand. It has done its job. No problem. The rest is mine. So Mother will do the rest. So this is Japa, and Mother has traced on Japa like anything. She used to say, like a ticking of a clock, the Japa should go on inside the Manasik Japa, and never stop doing Japa. And she used to say, she is an illiterate lady, of a small village. So she is telling, if that is Anishta mantra, if you always remember, Anishta cannot enter. This Anishta in Bengali means all inauspicious things. Anishta, anything bad. So Mother says, nothing bad can happen. How? She used to say, the bad things will go and flow like the river under your feet. Not even your foot will be drenched. The under your feet river is there, it is flowing with bad water. But you stand there, you don't get drenched. So not even a small thing will be drenched. And never forget to believe. Believe in Thakur and Japa. That is Tadartha Bhavanam. And the more we'll do, we'll understand the power of the Japa, power of the mantra. And as many have seen the mantra in its luminous form, the living form of mantra, and the inner import of mantra, they will understand. As they understood, so everybody will understand if they try. So that is the greatest thing of spiritual practice, what everybody can follow. They who cannot do anything. Mother never said you have to do those things. Just do Japa. And the last word Holy Mother says, Vishwas and Nishtha. These are the main two things. Vishwas, Nishtha, Mool. Major things are these two, what will bring out the miracle of spiritual revelation by Japa. Vishwas and Nishtha. If it is there, Holy Mother says, everything is there. Nothing else is necessary. Everything is there. That will do everything. And there are a lot of other stories of mantra. There are wonderful stories. And Sri Ramakrishna also did not stop telling the beauty and enormity of mantra. So always the mantra and the universality of mantra. Even the mantra is wrong. Say, mantra is wrong, right, this mantra I will get so much, as if sweet meats. No. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you have the yearning, that Vishwas and Nishtha, if it is there, then Sri Ramakrishna says, one fellow had a mantra on Gadol. That is a very bad word in Bengali. It says a Gali. That mantra he got, and he got God by that, because he believed that that is God's. Sri Ramakrishna goes this much extent that don't even ever think this mantra is right, wrong, this, that, this name, that name, Krishna, Shiva, this mantra, I like Shiva. No, don't bring your likings. This is absolutely the samachara of different world. And it will happen. This will happen. So like this, Japat Siddhi, this we can discuss another 40 hours on these things without saying old thing. There are so many new things are there. But discussion is just to promote us to do that. If we can do that daily, we can try to do that. That will give us real thing. That will give us the real measure of everything. Okay. I think time also is gone. Now questions may
Yes,
so many
yes,
hands.
Maharaj. There is one question in the chat, which I'll just read it out to you.
Hmm.
Disease, mental inertia, doubt, doing in a false way, etc., etc. So these are impediments for doing japa pranams, Maharaj. How to overcome these by japa itself?
There are the next sutra comes this. See this is the I'm telling. It's a big whole means panel of thing. Exhaustive panel is there. The next how to overcome. He says simple words. Tat prashit pratishedhartha. How to correct. It is very very important. Thus Patanjali Kar says tat pratishedhartham ekatatvabhyasah. The Rishis know the problem. They've done that. So the problem is, when you see it, the major doubt is it God? Will it be sufficient? I like Holy Mother, she is not there. Ganesha would have been there. Now Durga is also good. Now what mantra? That fellow is chanting so much mantra. Now this tantric so much mantra they do. Tantum so many mantra. Huh? So I don't know, perhaps. We are all bewildered. We'll taken into another jungle of doubts. So they know the problem. Now, if you do that eka tattva bhyasa, means in tattvagata, there is only one. There is one, whatever name you give, whatever form, whatever theory you give, whatever feelings you give, actually the thing is one. If we strongly remember that, and that is what Sri Ramakrishna says. So much Guru, so much, no, Satchidanandai Guru. Then he says in reverse way, whatever form he comes, he is the same Satchidananda. So there is not two. So when, like wave, ocean again will come back. Billions of waves, big waves, but ocean is always one. It is not even a culmination of waves. Waves are just name and form coming and going there. It is only the ocean. We are seeing like that. Suppose there is no air, no wave, nothing. Still, like you go to, I don't know, Dead Sea, just where I are. In Rameshwaram it says that wave, that area of the ocean has no waves. Anyway, but that is the actual pratishedha. The moment you apply this medicine to your mind, you will see all these things are slowly vanishing. But there is another thing also is there. It's not that simple. Not that simple means there are many other areas to be discussed, because this ekatva abhyasa you cannot do immediately. There is other mental problems we have. Why don't we able to do this? Because we are aprasanna. We are not happy inside. That's why you cannot do. The Rishis know the exact problem. It is not that you are not intelligent, not that you cannot think. You do these things, but still you cannot do. Because chitta prasad is absent. There is no chitta prasadanam. How to really manage the mind to always keep in the absolute happy state? Perhaps this sutra is one of the most major, which I have not yet told. It comes next to that. It is the marvelous therapy of all mental disease. All mental disease. Because all the diseases comes in the form of sadness, depression, and the falsity of sadness, and pseudo euphoria, etc. But point is, this depression, this aprasada, prasade sarvadukhanam hanirasya upajayate. Gita. Prasanna chetasa yasu. When there is no chitta prasada. No spiritual thing can start. So why cannot we do all these things? Because chitta prasada is not there. We don't know how to become happy. And this statement, I discussed this statement in many medical conferences because this is medically so true. I can just tell you because it will take another. We can discuss on this many years. It's such an important sutra. It is the 33rd sutra of Samadhi Pada. I'll just tell it because the question have come. We can. This is called Maitri Karuna Mudita Upekshanam Sukha Dukha Punya Apunya Vishayanam Bhavanataha Chitta Prasadanam. This is a very intricate thing. I will not discuss now. You can read by yourself once. Swamiji's commentary also there. But this is the most practical weapon anybody can apply. And immediately, if he succeeds, success in these things is not overnight. And the more you succeed, the more you will find tremendous joy is coming to you. Nobody can shake your equanimity of mind. Equanimity of mind is what is majoritarily important. That is why ashramas are made. Why ashrama is made? To bring chitta prasadana. Why there is beautiful sandals, incense stick, sandal stove, paste and the flowers. Why? Chitta prasadana. That must happen. If that is not happening, with all this cranky mind, no, Japa is not happening, it will never happen. So, this is the secret. One by one. See, what you are all asking, the same thing being answered means in the discussion, Rishis discussed this thing only. But they did not answer immediately. They took years to invent the answer. What is the answer? So we are finding them at a book for small, 5 pages, 7 pages. So this is the real reason and pratisheda, the way out.
So
Anything
Maharaj,
new?
yes, there are a few. Sorry, Maharaj, a little bit of your time. Can you spare?
I said little bit because I'm taken to go.
Yes, Pranam Dada, I think he has a question. Dada, would you like to go ahead?
Yes, please. Maharaj, Pranam. Maharaj, you said Vishwas and Sharanagati. This is faith and surrendering. So this does not come to any soul on its own. It's also a blessing, and for that also we need to worship. That's my idea. So that to pray to God to bless us with that the faith and surrendering, the power of surrendering. So is it right or wrong?
I think when we can find one sentence of Swami Vivekananda that gives a good answer to these things. He says very boldly, in the later part of his life, he used to say repeatedly, he used to say, everything lies in manliness. Then he says, this is my new gospel. Whatever you say, Sharanagati, this thing, God's grace, always we have a back of the mind that God is not gracing us. No, I am so bad. He is not gracing. Or maybe after 20 years of doing, God is also bad. Because I have been doing for 20 years, he did not listen. So somehow we have a tendency to put all the problems outside me. God is not gracing. It is outside me because it's God's problem, not my problem. I cannot do it. So I can somehow justify that I am not doing, not happening because God is not doing it. It is never so. Swamiji has exhaustively seen the whole thing, being the Avatara himself. He said, here is the problem. Then he says, when God sees, he is exhaustively efforting. Purushakara is given full. Then Swamiji says, immediately God graces. So God can be influenced by my try. That only if you at all make and cause and effect relation with grace, because grace is ahetuka. But still, if I want to make an hetu sambandha, how it can happen and make happen. That is manliness. He does not spare a smallest time. Whatever maximum he can do, he does. Then grace will definitely come. There is no other way. So that is what Swamiji has shaken us from root, that there is, don't, we learn this thing, God, we have heard, and we have made a factor like a doll in that curio. These are the problems, these will, then you go to, you go to the people who shows palm. This Shukra is making problem. Then this Mangala, how to make a chat, you take another stone here. Then Mangala is not listening. What to do? Then do a japa on this, the tantrika is knowing some, all is hopeless, and this is defamed by Krishna in Gita so lowly. This Apatevata Jaji said, they never worship me, they never come to me also. And they are entangled with all these bhutas and avatavatas, and they never see, because they are my force, but they think they are great guys, I am nothing. So that is exactly the fitting answer which we can expect from Swami Vivekananda, and he is the teacher. Sri Ramakrishna says, Naren Shikya Dive, not even himself, not even Shivananda Swami, nobody. Naren is only one who will teach us. So we have to listen to Narendra only.
মহারাজ আরেকটা প্রশ্ন আছে, আমার অনেকগুলো প্রশ্ন আছে, কিন্তু আপনার টাইম নেই, obviously for obvious reasons it's not possible. And the last one, I think Sri Barun Usha has saying that how can we get rid of the Papa Purusha? So is that the 33rd or 35th sutra that you were talking about? How do we get rid of the Papa Purusha?
Often Papa Purusha is seen by extremely exalted sadhakas, but we can deal with the problems like our laziness, our mental inertia, our doubts, our fickle-mindedness. There are other things also, later also he has said, one thing is the mental things, Vyadhisthana, etc. In another sutra, next sutra he says, Dukkha Daurmanasya Angame Jayatva Sasa Prakshasu Vichapa Hetu. Means, Dukkha, always sad. Are Anand karo? No. Kya hoga? Means he always sad-sided guy. So that is another problem, disease. Identify it's a disease. No, it's not disease. See, how can I be happy? I have boil in the head. My backache is going on. My acidity. So he has made factors. There are many guys, they are not unhappy. So be happy by any means. Any way become happy. Daurmanasya means bad-mindedness. Means always he loves to be in the misery. Not only is miserable at the time, he always brings down to the state of misery. See how miserable I am. So, and this Angame Jayatva, that comes later. Why you cannot do japa? Movement, unnecessary movement of the bodies, unnecessary shasa prashasa, unnecessary bad prashasa happens. They are the sukshma distractor. They also does. So, Papa Purusha we did not see, but we can control the central thing, pratisheda vyavahar, the ekatam abhyasa. Number one. Number two is we have to, what we can give up? We can give up alasya. Laziness we can give up. We can give up doubts, doubting, unnecessary doubting everything. This is a disease. Then we can give up becoming lazy and that disdained, dismayed. That we should give up. Swamiji used to say that for them who actually very sad and says everybody should be sad, why they're laughing like that, then Swamiji says in one sentence that somebody was very sad and weeping and making others sad. He's saying that, he said, you have no right to infect the world with your misery. It is sufficiently miserable. If you are miserable, lock yourself in a room and cry. Don't come out. So that is the what Swami Vivekananda used to say. It is sufficiently miserable. So there the problems happens, and we actually carry the problems. So the moment we identify them as a disease sort of thing, they're alien. Apapurusha, we can at least conceive, this is not me, it's alien to me. I think it's mine. My real nature is not that. I'm full of joy always. Full of joy, full of, without doubt. Mother says it's a father. Yes, my father. So Guru says, this is, Sri Ramakrishna, full of joy, full of compassion, wonder. Immediately I believe. No. So again that things goes on ruminating, and we are happy with that. Now who are happy in ruminating and becoming sad, that is the disease. That is the papa. And we have to kill that. Sri Ramakrishna says not to make a conference with the Papa Purusha. He says kill that Papa Purusha. It is the bad, become ruthless. That's all. So, okay.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you for your time.
Namaskar.
Pranams.